If Mother Nature doesn't mess with your flight, maybe a pilot shortage will. Because if industry watcher Mark Murphy is right, this coming crisis could send airfares well out of sight. What's going on here, Mark?
Nothing to smile about. You know what? They pay these pilots on these regional jets a starting salary of around $22,000. So it's not necessarily a shortage of pilots. It's a unwillingness of the airlines to pay a market wage. So people are opting out of being pilots and looking at other careers. That's the challenge.
All right, so a lot of them have gone the private jet route, right? I mean, they have a more flexible schedule. They like that. I don't know how much more they earn, but they like the security of that. How much of a factor is that, and what's the boomerang effect on commercial travel?
Well, I think the biggest effect is you're not getting these pilots to come in and train and then graduate to the larger carriers. Hence, you have this shortage. If the airlines don't want to step up and pay a higher wage, it costs about $100,000 in terms of airtime to become qualified to become a regional jet pilot. So are you going to spend that money doing that, or are you going to go and try a different career? I think that's the rub. What ends up translating is as the pilot costs go up, the airline costs go up, guess what rises? Fares.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's coming down the pike. And you know, with 85% of all domestic traffic controlled by 4 airlines, they pretty much have their say in what they want to do with airfares. So why not hire the pilots at a higher wage, pass that cost on to us, sorry business travelers and leisure travelers, until we get to the breaking point and we stop traveling.
You know, I always think that there was a day when I was a kid, you know, you were an airline pilot. We had one who lived next door to us as a kid. And they were right up there with doctors and lawyers. I mean, that was a go-to impressive job, as it is, I think, today. How did we nickel and dime that expertise to the point that they just said, the hell with it?
Well, you know, when you have a big monopoly like these airlines have, or an oligopoly, what you have is the ability to really depress wages and make it so that people who want to come in and do it, there's a limited number of spaces, or there were, and they could control who was going to fly and who wasn't. And people were coming in. It was a dream job, a lot of demand.
Absolutely.
But you know, everything runs in cycles.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, you say, I can't live on $22,000 a year.
Incredible.
You know how glamorous it might be.
Incredible. Mark Murphy, Travel Alliance CEO in Philadelphia. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.